We're using their versions of the maps here. Let's do it. GSL Whirlwind right here, right now, in the top right-hand corner. The orange Protoss playing for Knights Gaming. We do have Mobywan. And his opponent in the bottom left-hand corner, the red Protoss in this PvP, playing for Team Fnatic, the favorite to take this entire tournament. We'll see if he can do it right here. He is Harstem.
Yeah, and it looks like they just spawned cross position, which means we're... Well, it doesn't necessarily mean anything. I mean, they can go for a long macro game or they can play aggressive just because they have spawned cross position, and then it's like a psychological la 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 la. So, yeah, we cannot really say anything yet, except for the fact that they're not going to cheese each other, which I guess both of us didn't expect, did we?
There you go. I mean, just the fact that they're spawning on cross positions on this, I mean, GSL Whirlwind is the largest map out there. Like, it is gigantic. The cross position spawns here. You got, like, what, a good 40 seconds of cross time on most of your units here. And it's just going to take forever. So not going to see a whole lot of cheese in early game aggression. Once these players find out what positions they're in, might be a little bit thwarted. But then you got to think about the mind games. Just because you're in cross spawn position doesn't necessarily mean that your opponent's not going to go for it. They could try to bait you into thinking that they're not going to go for it, and then hit you with that super aggression.
Yeah, exactly. That's just what I was saying before. Yeah, it's such a nice game, you know. You can mindfuck anyone. It's just so fun. That's what I love about StarCraft. You know, it doesn't mean like, oh, it's cross position, they're gonna play defensively. No, it's exactly not like that. You know, on the higher levels of play, you have a lot of people who understand this game so well that they can do exactly the opposite, or you know, just do anything to confuse the opponent. And those types of things are really nice to see. And I really hope we get to see something like that during these games.
Yeah, I'm certainly excited for that too. I wish I could read all this. Are they saying anything funny? I like to think that they're saying something funny right now.
Oh, I just didn't realize. Okay, so Mobywan was asking if Kevin or Harstem knew Grubby and yeah, another guy who, yeah, you don't know him. And then Kevin answered, no, I never heard of them. And then Mobywan said, oh, that's a shame. And then Harstem said that these people, well, of course, Grubby is not really unknown, but Harstem is saying that he is.
What? Grubby
it's just a nonsense. Yeah, it's nonsense. Like,
oh, Harstem
ridiculous.
Dissing Grubby. Grubby, of course, one of my favorite players out there. I remember getting to watch him play at BlizzCon back in like 2007 or something for Warcraft 3. I think he was playing against like Mad Frog or something back then, and that was the first time I had watched competitive Warcraft 3. And
oh, really?
Yeah, that was the first time I had watched Brood War. That was the first time I had watched competitive Warcraft 3. I was actually there viewing and trying to compete actually as a World of Warcraft top tier competitive player at the time, but loved getting into it, and that is what actually got me into the world of esports. So love Blizzard for helping to get me started.
Yeah, that sounds really nice, yeah.
And right now, Harstem actually starting to move out onto the map. Does have the 2 gateway aggression mass-producing stalkers right now. But he is going to get caught out here by another group of 2 stalkers. Going to take some hull damage on the first one. And Mobywan with control of the Xel'Naga Watchtower knows exactly... Oh, some missed micro. No! Gets the perfect micro, actually. Is able to take out that stalker. Now going to have to micro on back, though. Harstem making sure not to take damage on the second stalker. And so both of these players completely even right now. Trying to take out Harstem's probe, though. And that was a pretty good micro there on Mobywan's part. Able to get that stalker. Did end up losing one of his own, though, so a bit unfortunate.
Oh, look at this. Harstem is going to... Oh, this is so good.
What a flank right there. Loses the probe on the front. Not going to lose that stalker, though. At least it doesn't look like... Okay, no. Not going to lose that stalker in the end.
And Mobywan is going for a Dark Shrine behind this. He's going to fake like he's going for some kind of type of Blink Stalker play, but actually he's going Dark Shrine. This is such a nice play.
Yeah, going to be a very, very interesting. We'll see if Harstem can deal with it. He does already have the Robo, and Stalker's trading hits right now. Zealot warped into trying to take some pressure in the early expansion here from Harstem, now coming under fire. Mobywan trying to actually make sure that Harstem is not able to defend this, and will he be able to? Not quite sure. 5 Stalkers in the front line. Zealot in there starting to do some damage. A Stalker goes down there for Mobywan, and Mobywan taking some serious pressure. He loses the Zealot as well, and is now going to lose his frontline pylon. 3 more Stalkers warped in on the back, though, and working off of all 3 of his gateways. Will he be able to get in here? Micro is all that it's going to come down to. And there's the first Immortal. Going to start to put out some huge pressure. Another Stalker going to fall. And Mobywan now in full retreat. Well, maybe not quite so much. He comes back in, loses that front pylon. There's some Zealot warp-ins. Oh, man, I don't know about this. Mobywan's in some serious trouble. Oh, nice force field, and going to be able to start putting out some serious pressure, and those Stalkers are just going to get absolutely obliterated. There's the DT, but the Observer is just in time, and Mobywan may be done with game 1 right here, right now.
Yeah, I couldn't interrupt you for a second, but I was gonna say that Harstem did it so nice that first he made the Immortal to counter the push, and then he made the Observer, because I think that he knew Mobywan was probably going for DTs. And then at the perfect moment when a DT comes out, he has the Observer, and he just crushed the attack, and it's already GG.
GG.
What a great